She walked into that mine and was never seen again until a tape showed up, whispering what no human should ever hear. In the shadowed hills of South Dakota lies a ghost town that locals refuse to speak of. Deadwood Hollow. Once a booming gold rush site, now sealed off by the government. Its tragic legend returned to the spotlight when a 29-year-old anthropologist, Emily Carter, vanished without a trace in 1998. What happened next wasn't just strange, it was terrifying. A dusty videotape, mailed anonymously years later, revealed the chilling truth: ancient markings, disembodied voices, and something waiting in the dark. This isn't just a missing person case. It's a story buried by fear, silenced by power, and uncovered by those who dare to question. What did Emily find beneath the surface? And why did they try so hard to keep it hidden? This is the most disturbing unsolved mystery you've never heard of until now. The story begins with a chilling disappearance that shook an entire community. Emily Carter, a passionate anthropologist, vanished without a trace while investigating the secrets of Deadwood Hollow. Her last known location was deep inside an abandoned gold mine rumored to hold dark, supernatural forces. Locals whispered warnings, but Emily's determination pushed her forward, unknowingly stepping into a web of silence and danger. What she uncovered would challenge everything people believed about the town's history and its hidden past. But the real mystery starts when an anonymous tape surfaces years later, revealing more than anyone dared to imagine. Stay tuned as the truth begins to unravel. One quiet morning in Deadwood Hollow, South Dakota, a small town where nothing ever seemed to happen, the eerie silence hid a dark secret. On the northern hillside stood an abandoned 19th-century gold mine, once the beating heart of the 1870 gold rush that brought fortune seekers flooding in. But that all changed when a string of mysterious disappearances sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community. Locals whispered about strange shadows and unexplained noises coming from deep within the mine's forgotten tunnels. Fear gripped the town as people dared not venture near the cursed site anymore, leaving it to rot in silence and mystery. What really happened inside that old mine? Why did those brave souls vanish without a trace? The chilling truth lies buried beneath layers of time and fear, waiting to be uncovered. This seemingly sleepy town holds secrets darker than anyone ever imagined, setting the stage for a story that will unravel everything you thought you knew about Deadwood Hollow. Get ready to dive into the unknown as the mystery unfolds. On August 12, 1998, Emily Carter, a 29-year-old anthropology researcher, set out into the dense wilderness surrounding Deadwood Hollow with a mission that would soon become chillingly unforgettable. Armed with a flashlight, water, a camera, and her trusted notebook, Emily was determined to uncover the hidden traces of indigenous culture and unravel the local mysteries that had long been whispered about, but never fully explained. She told her roommate she was just going hiking, nothing more an innocent excuse that would soon give way to unsettling silence. As Emily ventured closer to the infamous abandoned gold mine, the weight of unknown dangers loomed heavy in the air. What secrets was she about to stumble upon? Why did the shadows seem to grow darker the deeper she went? This was no ordinary hike, and the fate of one brave soul would soon ignite a decades-old mystery that has haunted Deadwood Hollow ever since. Stay tuned, because what happened next will shock you to your core. Emily vanished without a trace, disappearing into the dense wilderness of Deadwood Hollow, never to be seen again. At first, local authorities treated it as a simple missing person case, just another hiker lost in the vast, unforgiving terrain. But everything changed when they found her abandoned car parked near the edge of the forest, doors unlocked, belongings untouched. What sent chills down their spines was the discovery of her backpack containing a still-sealed tape from her video camera, untouched and ominously silent. The footage inside would soon reveal more questions than answers, unraveling a terrifying story far beyond a mere disappearance. As investigators pressed play, The haunting images on the tape plunged them into a mystery riddled with eerie sounds, shadowy figures, and a growing sense of dread that seemed almost supernatural. Emily's last moments captured on that tape would ignite a firestorm of speculation and fear, turning a sleepy small town into the epicenter of a chilling enigma. What did she see, and why did no one ever find her? The truth remains buried in the shadows, until now. As the tape played, Emily's voice echoed softly through the static, describing strange symbols and unexplained noises deep within the abandoned mine. What she uncovered was beyond any ordinary expedition, an unsettling presence that seemed to watch her every move. The deeper she ventured, the darker and more chilling the footage became, leaving viewers questioning what lurked in the shadows. But the real horror was yet to come, as the tape's final moments hinted at a terrifying revelation that would change everything. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into Emily's mysterious journey and the secrets Deadwood Hollow desperately tried to keep hidden. Emily's car was found parked near the trailhead leading to the mine's entrance, a place long shrouded in local legends and whispered warnings. Investigators discovered fresh footprints going in, but mysteriously, none coming out. The search and rescue team pressed forward into the dimly lit tunnel, expecting signs of a struggle or at least some trace of Emily's presence, but there was nothing. No blood, no dropped belongings, no overturned rocks, nothing to suggest a fight or panic. The silence was deafening, as if the mine itself had swallowed her whole without a trace. This eerie absence of evidence sparked immediate doubt. Was this a simple disappearance? Or was something far more sinister at play? What forces lingered in the shadows of that forgotten mine, waiting silently to claim those who dared enter? The truth remained buried in darkness. And as the investigation unfolded, new, chilling questions began to surface, hinting that the story was far from over. The mystery deepened, and what was discovered next would shock everyone. On the recovered tape, Emily's camera captures dense forest trees swaying in the wind, then slowly pans toward the dark cave entrance. Her voice shifts from confident to uneasy as she whispers, "It's colder than I expected. There are carvings here unlike anything I've ever seen in any records." The footage grows tense as faint footsteps echo nearby, unequivocally not her own. The chilling sounds raise immediate questions. Was she being followed, or worse? Was something lurking just beyond the frame? The tape ends abruptly, leaving a haunting silence that feels like a warning. This eerie discovery casts doubt on the nature of her disappearance, and suggests that Emily's last moments were filled with fear and the unknown. The unnerving sounds captured on camera ignite a deep sense of dread and compel us to question what unseen forces might be at work in the shadows. What secrets does this remote cave hold? And who or what was trailing Emily into the darkness? The answers will shock everyone as the story unfolds. At the tape's chilling end, Emily's voice drops to a terrified whisper. "I'm not alone anymore." The camera's shaky frame trembles as shadows loom closer, then suddenly cuts to black. An eerie silence follows total, suffocating silence that hangs heavy and unresolved. This abrupt ending leaves viewers gripped with unanswered questions and a deep sense of foreboding, as if the darkness itself swallowed her whole. The haunting final words, laced with raw fear, pierce through the stillness, making us wonder what unseen presence haunted Emily's final moments. Was it human? Or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows of that forgotten mine? This moment marks a turning point that ignites chilling theories and intense speculation, pulling us deeper into the mystery. The silence after her last words is deafening, leaving us questioning reality and fearing what might still be hidden, waiting silently to be uncovered. What truly happened in that cave remains one of the darkest secrets of Deadwood Hollow. As the shocking truth of Emily's disappearance spreads, Deadwood Hollow is gripped by fear and unanswered questions. Locals whisper about the mine's dark past and the strange symbols Emily recorded. fueling viral theories and chilling speculation online. But what lies beneath the surface is more terrifying than anyone imagined, setting the stage for a deeper, darker revelation that will shake the town to its core. Stay with us as we uncover the haunting secrets hidden within those shadowy tunnels and the unsettling events that followed. The situation quickly escalated as forensic experts closely examined Emily's footage, revealing a chilling discovery: a distorted, male voice, faintly whispering through the static, barely audible yet unmistakably sinister. This eerie presence defied identification, plunging the investigation into deeper mystery and raising the terrifying possibility that Emily was not alone and perhaps never meant to be found. The cryptic voice sent shockwaves through the community, amplifying feelings of helplessness and isolation among residents and investigators alike. Each frame of the video seemed to pulse with unseen danger, and the town's once quiet streets now echoed with whispered fears and unanswered questions. As the darkness surrounding the mine deepened, so did the dread that something otherworldly was at play, lurking just beyond the reach of light and reason. The chilling truth was closing in, setting the stage for revelations that would shatter all notions of safety in Deadwood Hollow. But what came next would be far worse, pushing the boundaries of terror beyond imagination. Local residents recounted chilling tales from 1879, when a group of miners digging too deep into the earth mysteriously vanished without a trace. Legend has it, they heard wordless singing echoing from the shadows deep within the tunnels, an eerie melody that seemed to pull them further into darkness, never to return. This haunting description eerily mirrored what Emily had captured in her footage, connecting the past and present with a thread of supernatural dread. The whispers of those long-lost miners now seemed to seep into the present, blurring the lines between history and horror. As fear gripped the community, an overwhelming sense of helplessness and isolation took hold, with many convinced that whatever lurked beneath the earth had waited patiently for another victim. The dangerous unknown was no longer confined to dusty archives, but alive in the very air they breathed, threatening to consume anyone daring enough to uncover the mine's dark secrets. And just when it seemed the nightmare could not deepen, the search team ventured back into the mine, their flashlights cutting through the suffocating darkness with mounting tension. In a narrow crevice wedged between jagged rocks, they discovered Emily's weathered journal, its pages stained and torn from time and exposure. Heart pounding, they flipped to the last entry, where a chilling message was scrawled in hurried handwriting. "These symbols are a warning, not a map." The realization hit them like a cold wave. What Emily had been deciphering was not a guide to treasure or discovery, but a dire caution about the horrors lurking beneath. The oppressive silence of the mine seemed to deepen, as if the shadows themselves absorbed the dread unfolding in that moment. Isolated and vulnerable, the team felt the walls closing in not just physically, but psychologically. Every step forward was a descent into unknown terror, and the weight of Emily's final words cast a dark shadow over their mission, pushing them toward a climax that promised more fear than answers. As the chilling warnings from Emily's journal spread through Deadwood Hollow, whispers of fear and curiosity gripped the townsfolk, igniting a wave of speculation and dread. The abandoned mine was no longer just a relic of the past, but a sinister puzzle threatening to unravel the very fabric of the community. With every new piece of evidence uncovered, the shadows grew darker, the silence more deafening, and the stakes higher. What lurked beneath those ancient tunnels was more than just history. It was a secret, desperate to remain hidden, pushing everyone closer to a terrifying truth. But as the mystery deepened, one question loomed larger than ever: who or what was really watching from the darkness? This unsettling revelation would soon set the stage for a heart-stopping confrontation that no one saw coming. The expedition team uncovered a hidden chamber never marked on any old map, a chilling discovery that shattered all previous assumptions. Inside, dust-covered tools lay scattered alongside a haunting circle of human bones, meticulously arranged with eerie precision. Deeply carved into the stone walls were cryptic symbols, ancient and unsettling, hinting at rituals long forgotten. The air was thick with a cold, oppressive silence, as if the chamber itself was holding its breath, guarding a terrifying secret. This horrifying revelation sent shockwaves through everyone involved, breaking down their sense of reality and logic, forcing them to confront that some mysteries are far darker than history books ever dared reveal. This terrifying find set the stage for even more unimaginable truths to emerge, turning the story upside down and plunging it into a gripping climax. Forensic analysis shattered all expectations. The bones did not date back to the 19th century, as everyone assumed, but instead originated from the 1980s, eerily matching the missing boys case from 1981. This chilling confirmation sent shockwaves through the investigation, tearing apart long-held beliefs and rewriting the entire timeline. Suddenly, the mystery was no longer rooted in distant history but hauntingly recent, making the threat feel dangerously close. The revelation shattered the thin veil of safety that the townspeople clung to, exposing a terrifying truth lurking beneath the surface, one that blurred the line between past and present and left everyone questioning what else had been hidden in the shadows for decades. This dark twist plunged the story deeper into a spine-tingling climax. Two more families came forward, their voices trembling with fear and desperation, revealing that their children had also vanished mysteriously in the same area. Suddenly, what was once dismissed as mere folklore or wild imagination transformed into a horrifying reality no one could ignore. The chilling pattern of disappearances shattered any remaining skepticism, plunging the community into a deep, unsettling silence. No longer could anyone brush off these events as coincidences or myths. The haunting truth was undeniable, and the growing collective fear gripped the town tightly, making it clear that the shadows hiding in those abandoned tunnels held secrets far darker and more sinister than anyone had ever dared to imagine. The stakes were now higher than ever. An anonymous package arrived at the police station, its label chillingly simple: Emily. Tape 2. Inside the video. Emily's hands trembled as she stared directly into the camera, her voice barely a whisper. "They fear the light." Her eyes darted nervously, the shadows behind her deepening the sense of dread. "This is not a mine. This is a door," she confessed, sending shivers down anyone who watched. The revelation shattered previous assumptions, turning the mystery into a dark enigma far beyond the natural world. The tension escalated instantly, gripping everyone with a terrifying realization. Something malevolent lurked just beyond that doorway, waiting in the abyss. The horrifying truth was finally unmasked, pushing the story to its most nerve-wracking peak. The symbols etched on the cavern walls matched ancient North American warning signs, but their intricacy and sheer density far surpassed any known modern understanding. These markings were unlike anything archaeologists had ever documented, suggesting a knowledge lost to time or something far more sinister. Emily, unknowingly, had awakened something that should have remained dormant. The chilling realization sent a wave of dread through investigators and viewers alike, breaking down all rational explanations. What she encountered wasn't just a mystery, it was a terrifying force beyond human comprehension. This revelation shattered any remaining sense of safety, pushing the story into a haunting climax that no one could have predicted. As the chilling truths unfold, the consequences ripple far beyond Deadwood Hollow. Families torn apart by disappearances demand answers, while dark secrets buried for centuries claw their way back to light. What lies hidden beneath the surface threatens to rewrite history and challenge everything we believe about reality. But the most haunting question remains: who or what is still watching? The story takes a turn that will leave you questioning the thin line between legend and nightmare, pushing us toward an unforgettable conclusion you won't see coming. The mine shaft was abruptly sealed off with thick concrete, transforming the site into a federal no-go zone cloaked in official silence. Government agencies swiftly confiscated all related records, erasing public access and fueling a wave of speculation. Yet, despite mounting evidence and local fears, no one has dared to openly acknowledge what really happened. This heavy veil of secrecy only deepens the mystery, leaving a haunting echo that lingers in Deadwood Hollow's collective memory. The unnerving truth remains buried, locked away beneath layers of stone and silence, casting a shadow over the town that refuses to fade. What they're hiding may be far more terrifying than anyone dares to imagine. Locals whisper of haunting footsteps echoing nightly from the hillside, a chilling reminder that something unseen still lingers in Deadwood Hollow. Even more unsettling, Emily's roommate's TV mysteriously powers on at exactly midnight every night, flickering to life without explanation. This eerie phenomenon has become a terrifying ritual, feeding into the town's growing fear and deepening the shadow of the unknown. The line between reality and nightmare blurs as unanswered questions haunt every corner. The restless spirits, or whatever lurks beyond, refuse to be silenced, casting a long, cold shadow that chills every soul brave enough to listen. What horrors remain buried, waiting to be uncovered? No body was ever found. No backpack. No concrete evidence remained to explain Emily's sudden disappearance. The only trace left behind was her name erased from university records, a silent erasure that sent shockwaves through the academic community. This eerie absence sparked an undercurrent of fear and suspicion among scholars and locals alike. As questions about her fate turned into a chilling mystery no one dared to solve. The haunting silence surrounding her vanishing continues to ripple through Deadwood Hollow, leaving a lasting shadow of doubt and dread. What happened to Emily remains an unsettling enigma that refuses to fade away. Netflix once offered to produce a documentary about the chilling disappearance, but the proposal was firmly declined. Federal archaeologists and officials have consistently refused all interview requests, maintaining a heavy silence that only deepens the mystery. Their silence speaks volumes. There's something in the shadows they are desperate to keep hidden from the public eye. The lack of transparency fuels wild speculation, conspiracy theories, and a lingering sense of dread. What exactly lies beneath Deadwood Hollow remains locked away, leaving the world haunted by unanswered questions and the eerie feeling that some truths are better left buried forever. The chilling echoes of Emily's story continue to ripple through time. If you ever find yourself in Deadwood Hollow, climbing to the hilltop at sunset, you might hear it whispered from the depths below. The symbols are warnings, not directions. At that moment, the chilling truth becomes undeniable. Emily was right all along. The ancient carvings were never meant to guide explorers. They were meant to keep something sealed away. That door was never meant to be opened, and the consequences of disturbing it are still echoing through the shadows of time. The haunting silence of Deadwood Hollow now serves as a grave reminder some mysteries are too dangerous to unravel, and some doors should remain forever closed. As we unravel the chilling mystery of Deadwood Hollow, one thing becomes clear: some secrets are meant to remain buried, and some warnings should never be ignored. But the question lingers: what really lies beyond that sealed door? Now, it's your turn to weigh in. What do you believe is hidden beneath the surface? Could Emily's disappearance be the key to a greater truth, or a warning to stay away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Save this video to revisit the mystery anytime. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most haunting unsolved stories. Your next chilling discovery awaits. Stay curious, stay safe, and let's explore the unknown together.